XRP payback, 500 billion for XRP holders. In today's video, we're going to break that down. And I want to remind you how unbelievably early you are to cryptocurrency. You are so unbelievably early. Remember, first they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. Draper. We're now moving from speculation to regulation phase where you can still make a large amount of money. Once it hits adoption phase, that's when you should develop an exit plan. Very, very important. So we're going to show you in the beginning of this video how you're very, very early, some of the potential price appreciation. I'm going to show you how Jimmy Valley is talking about potential 500 billion back for XRP holders. And I'm going to work to get him on the channel to break that down a little bit further. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you guys right here is this is an old video, I believe, but it's resurfaced and it's going on. Maybe, I mean, you guys could question down below or comment down below. But I think we played this video before, but it's going viral again on social media. So I'm going to play this video where Larry Fink, the largest asset manager in the world, who is now the largest holder in Bitcoin besides Satoshi, and also is wanting to allocate 1 to 2%. They have a 1 to 2% allocation of their portfolio. Check this out.
If you're frightened of your debasement of your currency, or you're frightened of your economic or political stability of your country, you can have an internationally based instrument called Bitcoin that will overcome those local fears. And so I'm a big believer in the utilization of that as an instrument. And so if that becomes true, and you see that it could be a proper hedge against maybe hope security or equities. Yeah. The question is, could you see a 2 or 5% allocation? I was with a sovereign wealth fund.
Listen to this. Listen.
During this week, and that was the conversation. Should we have a 2% allocation? Should we have a 5% allocation? If everybody adopted that conversation,
crazy.
But, it would be 500,000, 600,000, 700,000
per Bitcoin. Think about that. Did you hear what he said? That it's key to listen to what he said. He said the conversation now is, should we do 2%? Should we do 5%? It's not, are we going to implement it? Should we implement it? It's how much should we allocate? Do you realize how early you are? David Sachs, Crypto Czar, holds talk with top UAE officials to discuss cryptocurrency. This is huge right here too. So I believe 5% of the population has exposure to crypto, and only 4% of the global population owns Bitcoin. 4%. Highlighted how early adoption still is despite the buzz. Ownership is the highest in North America at 10.7, while regions like Africa and Oceania remain below 4%. Only 4% of the 8 billion people in the world have access to crypto, or Bitcoin specifically. Think about this, how scarce this is. There's only 21 million Bitcoin. Only 4% have exposure to it in the population out of 8 billion, and 95% of the supply is already gone. Do you realize what's going to happen if asset managers do 2 to 5%? It is going to be gone like that, and that's where the price appreciation comes in. We're moving from an inflationary asset, which is the US dollar, to a deflationary asset. And when the media tells you about it, it's going to be way too late. That's going to be the adoption phase, okay? So here's what I was talking about with Jimmy Valley. Valhalla Capital founder pursues a 500 billion XRP payback for XRP holders. I'm going to work to get him on the channel to talk a little bit deeper around this. So this was the Crypto Basics put this out. Valhalla Capital founder pursues 500 billion XRP payback for XRP holders. Jimmy Valley, the initiative aims to secure 500 billion in compensation for XRP token holders who suffered losses due to the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple. The lawsuit, initiated in December 20th, triggered a historical sell-off around XRP, causing exchanges to delist the token. As a result, XRP price plummeted about 75%, dropping down to 17 cents. And I was so excited about that. We held on like a tick on a dog, and we bought a lot more just days after the SEC lawsuit announcement. Although XRP saw slight recovery, it largely traded below $1 as the case lingered for almost, I'm putting this in there as my part, almost 4-5 years. Many, included Valet, believe the SEC lawsuit has hindered XRP's price growth over the past years. Of course it has, absolutely. In an X post, Valhill stated that if not the SEC lawsuit, the XRP price could have been around 3 times its previous all-time high, similar to the price growth of Bitcoin and Ethereum. As a result, the industry leaders like Valet, am I saying that? Sorry, I'm saying you're wrong. Your name, Jimmy Valet, are pushing for damages to be rewarded to XRP holders. Okay, so this was a response to a post here. It says there is no lawsuit, but there's definitely should be a class action with those same exact 76. Oh, this is from John Deaton, 76,000 members that we all joined the task force with John Deaton. We would welcome the 76,000K into Crypto Justice Coalition, which will be seeking at least 500 billion in restitution for XRP holders. However, the Crypto Justice Coalition will not be seeking a remedy through the federal courts, at least not initially. So we will keep our eyes on this. Man, could you imagine? I think somebody did the math, and that would be about $100,000 per XRP holder, I believe. So don't quote me on that. Someone do the math for us. That'd be awesome. And comment down below here on Twitter or YouTube or TikTok or wherever you're watching this. So here we are. And as I always do, I share with you exactly what I'm doing. First, I have a warning for you. I am not DMing you. I am not commenting. I am not asking about your cryptocurrency. You do not need a QFS account. Those are scammers using our likeness and image. That's a scam, a scam, a scam, a scam. Never, ever send anybody your money or your crypto, ever. Don't do it, okay? I have resources for you in the description of this video in my bio. You'll see the Coach JV Academy or the 3T Warrior Academy. We've helped now, I've got to keep up with the numbers, 11,000 people worldwide since 2020. Cryptocurrency education, blockchain education, live calls, market calls, community calls. When shit hits the fan, my team is live and they're keeping you calm. We are long-term fundamental investors. We are educating ourselves on how to build generational wealth, not get rich quick. Okay, so that's the Coach JV Academy. On the other side, you'll see, if you're interested in understanding how I index my money so that I can secure my principal, I take my profits, I put it into cash value life insurance to protect my family, to protect my wealth, and to build legacy for my family. So some people call it infinity banking concept. I use cash value life insurance. We call it indexing, right, to protect our money. If you're interested in that, you will see where you can set up a fill out a needs assessment to meet with my team. They'll text you, they'll call you, they'll email you. You'll never send them money directly. We just want to make sure we keep our community safe, okay? But here's exactly what I'm doing. So Bitcoin, I'm holding forever. I'm not touching it. I will only leverage against it. For example, I just leveraged against it to buy another company. And that's the exact model of it. I borrowed against it. We got a loan for 12 months against our own Bitcoin. We are paying it back with the profits of the new business or the income of the new business. We pay that off, and then boom, my LTV goes back and I still hold the asset. So that's exactly what I'm using it for. Tax-free, boom, went in there, bought the business, and now we're going to pay it back within the next 12 months. So that's an example. I'm holding Bitcoin forever because it's going to be a deflationary asset. Now the governments are going to continue to buy. It's going to become more valuable every single minute. And then everything else, XRP, to include all my other cryptocurrencies, I will be exiting 50% on the way up as everybody comes in when adoption starts to come. So on the back end of this year, if we see massive blow off top, I'll be exiting. I index about 30% of my income into leveraged life insurance, index universal life. I use precious metals, a little bit more real estate, cash generating assets or cash generating dividends, a dividend ETF strategy. I de-risk back into Bitcoin and XRP. We also have a Bitcoin and XRP treasury for our company. So we're moving from inflationary US dollar into deflationary things like Bitcoin and XRP. By 2030, my goal is to accumulate as much XRP and Bitcoin as I can. And then we'll see where we go from there. We'll look at innovative technologies. We'll continue to adjust our portfolios as things mature, as the market matures. But the biggest thing about this is we got to stop. We got to get out of the get rich quick mindset. You're already wealthy. Accept it here. Accept it here. You have to accept it. Stop chasing the markets, okay? There is no get rich quick. You do not want to get a large amount of money and not be ready for it. You saw so many influencers and people in crypto got really rich from 2020 to 2022. They lost everything because they bought Lambos, they bought houses. You have to maintain all that stuff, guys, right? Don't buy stuff, buy assets, and then buy the stuff. But until those assets take care of your debts and non-negotiables, you should not be buying fun stuff. The fun stuff comes when you have so much money you don't even know what to do with it. And you take that money, you put it into asset to buy the liability. That's where freedom comes from. It's discipline and consistency done for a long enough period of time to access that new level of paradigm. Okay, nobody cares what you drive. Nobody cares what kind of house you have. Nobody cares. Those are all great things and they're fun. And they're really fun when you can buy them through companies and assets. It's really fun when you can drive a really nice car, but it's a tax write-off. It's really fun when you can drive a supercar and it's paid for by an asset and it's set up as a retirement policy. Think about that for just a moment. Freedom is freedom of time, freedom of choice, freedom of speech, being able to do what you want when you want with your family and be able to protect them at all costs. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. As we always say, Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Love you guys.